Okay guys, welcome to this week's Friday Waffle. Hope you're all doing well. Probably see I've had a bit of the sun. I'm actually recording this on Thursday. It's been absolutely glorious. So I was sitting outside having my dinner tonight. Really nice. Now that we've had the longest day, I think I start to get a wee bit depressed because I know it's going to start getting darker. Well, it's already starting to get darker. And I reckon within about a couple of months it's going to be dark again. I love the light nights, you know, being able to get out and just do stuff. Funny thing is, a lot of people, my daughter included, like dark nights. Now I think if I was an inside person, you know, somebody who doesn't really like going out, I would probably quite like the dark nights. But as I'm quite an active person, you know, I like to get out my bike. Listen to me, I've not been out in it for about 6 months, but then to be fair, that was because I almost got knocked off with a DPD lorry. But yeah, I do like the light nights. I don't know, I think when it's dark at 5 o'clock at night, you're almost kind of getting into kind of like bedtime mode. You're thinking, well, I've got my bed shortly, but when it's daylight, you just feel like your night is a lot longer. Weird one. Anyway, yeah, just let me think. It's going to be a bit of a ramble, this one, like it normally is. First thing, now I don't do politics at all, but the news today is Boris Johnson has resigned. How does that affect me? How does it make me feel? I really don't get into politics, and the reason being is I've lived under lots of different prime ministers. I've lived under Labour, I've lived under, you know, SNP, Tory. Yeah, I've lived under all the different various parties, and the way I look at it is, how does it affect me? There's never been one party that's really done a lot of good for me that I can see, and conversely there's never been a party that's really done me wrong. But I don't want this to get into some kind of moany rant, because I've been going on about it recently and it's in all the papers and everything. But right now, I've never known us to be in a situation like we are at the moment with prices. Everything's quadrupling in price. That's maybe a slight exaggeration, but you know, we all know about petrol. We know how much petrol is. It's through the roof, just absolutely insane. And this is one real gripe of mine's. In my job, I mean, I've got a company car, which is nice, but yeah, I have to pay for my own petrol for private use, which I don't have a problem with. But here's the thing: if I use my car for business, in other words, when I go to my work and I've got to go to a site, I pay the petrol and then I get to claim back the petrol. Now, at the moment, because it's a company car, the government set how much you get per mile, and at the moment, the size of car I've got is a 1.5, I think it is. I get back it's just less, I think it's 17 pence a mile. Now I worked out, I did about 500 odd miles last month, business, and I got back about 96 quid. Now my car does about 40 miles to the gallon, and it actually works out that I'm getting back the equivalent of about £1.65 per litre. Now, as we all know, fuel at the moment is about £1.99, £2. So I'm effectively subsidising the company by 35 pence a mile, which, not 35 pence a mile, but 35 pence a litre, which is really annoying. Why should I be out of pocket? Why should I be out of pocket for the company? Don't agree with that one little bit. So anyway, that's that. But yeah, just, you know what, it just feels like everything's gone up. I was a member of a gym. I joined a gym about a year ago, and it was 13 quid, 12.99 a month. Then in January it went up to 15 quid. And then I've just found out yesterday. Now I've actually cancelled my membership, so it's not affecting me, but still a rant. There was a thing in Facebook, the gym that I was in called Exercise for Less. It's been taken over, and the company that's taken it over were trying to basically pimp their membership to people, and it's gone up to $19.99. So within less than a year, it's gone from 13 quid to 20 quid. Now, you know what, you could kind of get over that. You don't mind if it's a one-off thing. Everything, absolutely everything that you buy at the moment in the supermarket, whatever, newsagents, is going up in price. And it's not just going up 2, 3, 4, 5%, it's going up 25%. I mean, just an example, the things that I buy regular, my daughter eats way too many crisps. You normally pay for like certain brands of crisps that I buy her, it's £1 for 6. They're all £1.25. So there you go, there's a 25% increase, and that's just crisps. Butter, which I think I've mentioned before, I was paying £3.75 for Lurpak spreadable, and it's now £4.50. So that's an increase of 75 pence, which is about, I don't know, 30% almost. It's just insane. Every single thing. It actually really depresses me. Now I'm very, very fortunate. You know, my wages aren't bad. You know, they're not bad at all. Unfortunately, I don't really have a flash lifestyle. I don't go to the pub. I don't smoke. I don't drink. About the only luxury that I treat myself to is the occasional computer game or computer system. But you know what? I've not even bought anything. I've not bought anything computer related for months. I can't even remember the last time I actually bought myself anything. That's the thing. There is really nothing that I'm on the lookout for as regards gaming. I don't know. Am I going off gaming? Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. There's just, I don't know. I'm finding that there are less things that are exciting me as I'm getting older. Don't know what's going on there. Really don't know. But anyway, I'm kind of going off topic. Getting back to Boris Johnson. So I don't really do politics, but all I do know is that in the last 6 months, probably even slightly more than that, I have never been as worse off in all my life, and it's not just me, it's everybody. I mean, my gas and electricity bill went from £92 a month to £199, which is an increase of £103, which is the equivalent of about, 105% increase. Where's it going to end? Where is it going to end? Are they going to start cutting prices down? I don't know. I really, really feel for people, for families that are maybe in low income, that have got kids. I don't know how these people are going to afford it. I really don't. And it kind of makes me worry about, I mean, I'm 54 now, I'm going to be 55 in October the 19th. Stick it in your diary, folks. Cheques acceptable, as is cold hard cash. When I get to 55, potentially I could be retiring, what is it, 67, is it? Something like that. I've only really got 12 years of my life, not my life to go, hopefully I've got a bit more than that, 12 years of my working life. But the way I'm going with my finances, etc., I think I'll be working long past 67 as long as I'm kind of healthy, which is depressing. Now, on to technology. A couple of things, and I'm on a complete Victor Meldrew rant today. You all know, if you're a regular to my channel, you all know what I think about smartphones. I've got a smartphone, I'm recording this, using it. I love technology. Excuse me, I've got a bit of peanut in my mouth. I do love technology, really do. But the thing that really grates me is I'm absolutely convinced smartphones are killing society. They really are. They're turning us into robots. We're not interested in talking to people on the train. We couldn't give a shit about the person sitting next to us on the bus. When did you last sit in a public transport and say to the person next to you, how you doing? You know, just a hello or a smile. I was down in London, a couple of months ago, and everybody's on their phone. Everybody. Now, there was a picture that one of my mates, I'm not going to say who it was, and he put a picture of his son, and it's a nice picture. It's a really nice picture. But you know what? Everybody was giving it a thumbs up with smiles and that, and it actually made me sad, because the guy's son was sitting staring at his phone. And that's where we are. We've got to this point now where we don't really read books. We don't look out the window. We don't look at other people and smile. We're just transfixed. You know, there you go, there's my smartphone there. We're just like that, constantly. Phone. We're not interested in doing anything else. I really do. I'm actually starting to detest phones, how they've impacted on us. I don't have a problem with the phone technology itself. I mean, I think, was it the Friday Waffle a couple of weeks ago that I did with Del Boy, I said that, you know, I think it was Milfy Swinbuckle asked things that you hate. And yeah, I think what I said was, make smartphones, when you take them out the house, you can only use it as a phone. That's it. Maybe a camera, I'll give it a camera. Okay, yep, you can take photos. That's it. You can send a text, you can make a phone call, and you can take a photograph. But everything else relies on Wi-Fi. If you don't have a Wi-Fi connection, you can't use it. Because as I say, I'm like a broken record. It utterly depresses me. I love my life, I really do. I think I'm in a happy place in my life. I really am. I just wish I was younger. I'm quite happy how I am. I mean, touch wood, I'm fairly healthy. I keep myself quite active. You know, I think I'm an alright nick for an old bloke. But you know what? When it does get to my time, I think to myself, you know what? I'm ready for going. Not quite yet, but yeah, it just depresses me. It really does. Sorry for being such a miserable bastard, but it really does. It just depresses me 100%. You know, taking a nice photograph of your son, which is excellent, but to see him with a phone stuck in his face. People, when I've seen young girls walking along the pavement holding their toddler's hand, and instead of talking to their toddler, they're on their phone. That's time these guys will never get back again. You know, I just wish people would realise what they're doing. They're more interested in talking to their friend on the phone than talking to their kid, or, I don't know, looking at their pal's Instagram pictures. Oh, I don't know. Really, every day that goes by, I start to resent smartphones more and more. I really do. I'm a right miserable bastard at the moment. I really am. Yeah, technology. Today I got an email from Virgin Broadband to say that my contract actually ran out today. Now, I forgot it. I knew it was going to run out in July. I didn't realise it was going to be as soon in July. And it's going from £38 to £59 something. So there's a 21% increase. Now, I understand when I took it out, I was getting the new customer deal. So I had 18 months at 38 quid. And then it's going to go up by 21%. 21%. Now, what is 21? Well, it's going up, yeah, about 55%. What was I saying about prices? Anyway, I noticed that today. And then lo and behold, I noticed my Alexa was flashing, can't connect to the internet, and then I looked to the right and I noticed my router's not working. So right now I have got no internet other than what I've got on my phone, you know, the mobile data. And it just makes you realise how much, I wouldn't say we miss it, how much we rely on it. Missing and relying is two different things. I can't watch my TV because I don't have TV. All my my TV stuff is Netflix, YouTube. So I can't watch anything on TV. I can't upload a YouTube video, can't go on my computer. Trying to think what else. Yeah, my CCTV is down. I'll not be able to put my heating on. Well, I can if I do it manually, but I can't do it using the Hive thing. And this is the problem. The more and more and more we become to rely on the internet for, you know, giving you fancy dancy, being able to put your heating on when you're in Glasgow or whatever it is. That's all great. But then the minute your internet goes down like it is at the moment, you're screwed. You're basically screwed. So yeah, anyway, I'm a right miserable sod. Gaming wise, yeah, what was I was talking about buying stuff. It's weird, I'm gonna ask you lot, is there any one thing that you guys is desperate to get a hold of? Is there something that you really want to buy from a kind? I'm not interested in talking about DVDs, or I'm talking about retro gaming, you know, video games. Is there any one thing that you guys are desperate to get? I don't know. Me personally, I'm at the stage where I pretty much have everything. I really do. There's been nothing. I've not been on eBay for months. I got all my my little handhelds. I went daft buying all them. Of course, typically you buy them all and you never use them again. I need to start rectifying that. Yeah, the only thing that I do want to get, but I'm not prepared to pay daft money for it, is a Mister. I'm not going to get into the whole Mister debate, but I do want a Mister because I'm just so conscious that I've got all these systems and I don't have the expertise or the knowledge or the skill to do any kind of like soldering, you know, change capacitors, whatever it is that leaks, I think it's capacitors. I don't have that kind of skill to do that. And I know that, you know, these systems are not going to last forever. And yeah, the appeal for me, I know I can do it on my PC, but the appeal for me is having a Mister that I can have downstairs and have really accurate access to all these systems. That'd be nice. So yeah, the Mister is the only thing that I would like to get a hold of. But again, I'm not going to pay daft money. Definitely not. There's nothing else. It's a bit pants actually when you get to this stage where there's just nothing you want. Yeah, I mean, I paid the was it the £5 deposit for the I can't remember the name of it, the Steam Deck. I paid the £5 deposit for that, and I've not heard a dicky bird. Are these Steam Decks available to buy? Don't know. I've not paid attention to it. Actually, get off of that. Yeah, can you buy them? Is it worth buying? What are people saying about them? Yeah, it's a lot of money. I think the one that I put my name down for was about £500, which is mental. While I'm on my my high horse talking about technology and why I hate it so much, before I started recording this video, I thought to myself, right, I'm actually using my works phone to record this. I thought I'll use this phone to record it, and I'll fire up my laptop. So to get the question, so fired up the laptop, it's got 1% in it. So I thought, that's fine, I'll dig out my iPad, put my iPad in, it's dead. So both things are needing What do you guys think of stuff like that? I'm as I'm getting older, I'm turning into, I say, a right miserable bastard, really lazy. I mean, I'm not lazy from a work point of view. I work hard, I go to my cook school and that, so I'm not a lazy person. But when it comes to technology, when I go to use something and there's no batteries or it's out of batteries, you're just like, and you'll not use it. And that happens. Do you not find yourself, because things, you have to charge them, you end up with technology that you just don't use because it's out of battery, because you're too damn lazy to charge it. Is it just me? Possibly it is me, I don't know. But yeah, I've got lots of nice bits of technology, whether it's handhelds. I went to use my PS Vita a couple of days ago, and again, went to switch it on, dead. And you're like, I can't be arsed looking out the battery charger. I don't know. Anyway, listen, before I move on to questions, I don't think I've got many questions. One of the things that I used to really like about this kind of retro scene was the community that we had. And I'm not just talking about the guys that watch. I mean, I've got a great bunch of people that, you know, that reliably, or religiously I should say, watch my channel. Christ knows why, but you do, and I do appreciate that. So I've got a good bunch of people that do watch my channel. But there was other channels out there that do their own YouTube videos, and at the very beginning it was very, very community based. There was a lot of interaction with other YouTubers, with each other. There was, you know, questions, community question. Somebody would ask a question and then other people would do a video response. Very, very, very rarely get that anymore, and I think it's quite sad actually. You know, I like the fact that you've got that interaction, but it's kind of been dead in the water for a long time. Don't get me wrong, there is interaction with myself and, you know, people that watch my channel. You know, I have guys like Del Boy and that. Del's a good mate. Panther. You know, these guys come onto my channel. I got to know them through YouTube. They were watching my channel, then they became mates. But yeah, the whole community aspect, I have gone on about it in the past. It's not there anymore. I don't know why. Is it because people have become jaded, or is it because we're getting swamped with channels? I don't know. But one thing that I thought was a really, really nice thing, and it doesn't cost anything and it really helps, is the old shout out. And that is where you mention somebody else's channel. You just give it a wee bit exposure, and then what you'll normally do is put a link to their channel down below. Now that is something that just, it very rarely happens. I've not seen it happen. I mean, again, I see it within, you know, some of the guys that watch my channel, their own channels, they'll kind of help each other out. But you don't get it. Don't know why. I don't know why. I sometimes think to myself, are people so, and it goes back to what I'm talking about with society, we're just self-absorbed, we're not interested in helping people out, we don't have the time of day for people. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to buck that trend. I'm going to give a huge shout out. Now, I have mentioned these guys in the past. Panther UK, you all know what Panther's about. If you don't, Panther's a cracking bloke. He's got a great channel, very much Commodore 64, specifically kind of SID music, but he does do cracking stuff. Link down below to his channel. Del Boy, you know Del by now. He's the grumpy old bastard that comes on and takes the piss out of me on a regular basis. Del has got, he calls it his weekly blog, and he started it up as a means to sort of record a sort of an online diary for his family and friends. So when Del kicks the bucket, people can look back and go, this is what was going on in this particular time. I mean, Del, he talks about the news, he talks about purchases, he answers questions, he'll talk about what he's been watching on YouTube and that kind of stuff. There's also, and I can't remember his exact channel, but let me just have a quick look and see if I can find it. There's, come on, what's going on here? Oh, bugger off. I don't know what's going on there. No idea what's happening there. Anyway, right, doesn't matter. There's Colin Jones. Colin's got his own channel. Really good channel. Colin does lots of great videos. He does these cycling videos where he's cycling to work, to and from work, and he almost gets knocked over, and he's got a GoPro stuck to his head, and it basically affirms why I don't want to cycle on the roads, because there's just, unfortunately, there are still a lot of real arsehole drivers, car drivers, who seem to think that, you know, cyclists have no place on the road at all. So there's Colin. Now let me just have another wee quick look. Pause that. There's Steve's 8-Bit Gaming. Steve's been watching my channel for a long time. Steve started a channel, I don't know, maybe about a month ago, Steve, maybe not quite as much as that. I'll tell you, he's putting out some cracking videos. He's putting out a lot of videos. I mean, he's been going about a month, and let me have a quick look. No, I can't really, don't know how to do this. He's got a lot of videos, so definitely, there we go. Steve's 8-Bit Gaming. He has put out, I don't know, a lot. I reckon he's got about, bloody hell, he's probably got about 30-40 videos. Again, link down below. There's also LFC Video Games and Blogs. Apologies if I've got the channel name wrong again. I have mentioned this one before. Great bloke, does some cracking stuff. Again, link down below. And lastly, I think, well, you know about Down the Rabbit Hole. I shouldn't be giving him a shout out now, because I think he's got more subscribers than me now. So yeah, Kev, good mate again. He's been doing this for quite a long time. I will stick a link down below to his channel. And the last one that I can think of, and apologies if I've missed you, is let me have a quick gander. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, Robert's Retro Gaming. Now Robert, he and I go back a long time. I'm talking 22 years to be exact. Robert and I were two of the earliest members of Yak Yak, which was still going actually. It was a forum. Now a forum was before social media. It was before Facebook and all that kind of bollocks, and it was a means, it's think of like a Discord channel, kind of like that, and that's what a kind of forum was. And yeah, Lamasoft, Yak Yak was based around Lamasoft, Jeff Minter's software. And Robert, what was he called again? Oh, I've completely forgot. I had it in the tip of my tongue there. I can't remember what you were called again, Robert. It will come to me. Anyway, yeah, Robert and I have been, we got together, Everclear, that's it, Everclear. We got together on Yak Yak probably 1999, something like that, maybe even before that. Ox, he was another one, he was one of the originals as well. So yeah, anyway, he's been watching my channel for about, I don't know, a couple of years at least. Always appreciate the support. And Robert has just recently started his own channel. Again, he plays a lot of Atari games. Robert comes from, now apologies Robert if I got this wrong, you come from Canada, I think. He was an Atari guy, and he does a lot of kind of short videos, kind of like the 10-minute mashup. Does a lot of little kind of video gameplays and that kind of stuff. So again, I'm going to put a link down below, so please guys, go and check all these channels out. You know, I think it's really nice for other channels to help other channels, especially when somebody's just trying to get themselves established, get a few people, because there's nothing worse when you're making content and nobody's watching it. Trust me, I was one of these people. I was going for about 3 months and I was getting like 3 or 4 views if I was lucky. So like I says, go and have a look at the channels. If it's something you want to see, click the subscribe button. If it's something you don't want to see, then don't bother subscribing. You're never going to get forced into watching it. But if you like my channel, then I think you'll probably quite enjoy these. So anyway, I'm going to have a quick look and see if there's any questions from last week. Right, Steve 8-Bit Gaming, congratulations on the promotion. Yeah, I got promoted to Yellow Belt. Now, Yellow Belt at a martial art it's a bit shite, you know, you're no Bruce Lee. But why I'm proud of it? Why am I proud of it? I started doing judo when I was about 10, 11 years old, and I lasted about, I don't know, a matter of weeks. Just didn't want to go back. And when I was younger, I was one of these people who, I was physically small of stature, huge personality obviously, but yeah, even now I'm 5'6.5". I round it up to 5'7". So I'm not a big bloke. And so when you were at school, you were one of the last to get picked because you were small and, you know, nobody wanted you to play football and that kind of stuff. So as I've gotten older, I have taken on some kind of physical challenges. You know, when we're running, I've done a few 100-mile races and that kind of stuff. And I don't mind admitting I'm really proud of what I've done. Can't run for toffee now, but anyway. So I started doing the Cooksool at Christmas time. I was struggling with the running, and I decided, right, I'm going to stop running. And I got into a right kind of low place. I really felt, my girlfriend had COVID as well, so for about 2 weeks over Christmas, I was in the house myself. I was doing nothing. I was really quite low, really down in the dumps. And my mate Kenny, Axeman 3D, he does watch the channel. I was talking to him and I said to him about, you know, because Kenny's a black belt at Cooksool, and I says, what about this Cooksool? Do you think I would enjoy it? And he went, yeah, and he says, yeah, it's hard work. He says there's a lot to learn. It is quite physical. You'll get chucked about. You can maybe get the odd punch to the face and that kind of stuff. He says, but it's good. You're always learning. It gives you something to focus on, and it's a really good kind of community. You know, the people are really good. So I started going along just after Christmas. It was just the new year actually, and I've been going now for 6 months, and it has been tough. There's been a lot to learn, and you're getting shown stuff all the time. Now, you probably know that I started a new job just about a month and a half ago, and I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. I start new jobs and you're back to square one again. You're the new bloke, you don't know anything, and this job in particular has been probably the toughest job to kind of pick up because it's completely different, utterly different from anything I've done before. So I had that to deal with, trying to kind of learn the job, and then I've been doing my Cooksool as well. And because I was away, because I had where was it? I was down in London for 7 days. I ended up missing 3. I missed my Wednesday class, my Saturday class, my Wednesday class. Then I had COVID and I missed a Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday. Then I was away for the West Highland race. So in other words, in the space of 3 months, which would be 24 classes, I missed about 10 of them. So I'd missed almost like a kind of third of the classes. Yeah, sorry, I missed 8. And so I was going into my yellow belt test and really unsure. I'm thinking, I don't know what I need to do. I don't know what I need to know. And Kenny very, very kindly stepped up and says, listen, come through to my house. We'll have a bit of kind of practice and we'll get you there. And he did. So massive thanks to Kenny for doing that for me. I did my test and got my yellow belt. Like I say, a yellow belt is bugger all. You speak to some of the black belts and they'll tell you you just have to turn up to get it. I don't know if it's quite that simple, but I think it's more down to they want to see that you're trying, you know, rather than they don't expect you to be you know, excellent at these things because you're a beginner, you're just beginning. But to get to a yellow belt, for me, is I'm super, super chuffed. And the fact that I'm going to be 5 years off 60 to do that, I'm even more super, super chuffed. So apologies if I'm kind of, I'm not being arrogant. I'm just proud of what I've done. I don't mind admitting that. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of been that. Where was I? I was answering a question. Yeah, sorry, but I'm not even starting the question yet. So thanks for the congratulations, Steve. Good waffle, and I totally agree with you. So I agree with you about series. Seasons really annoy me too. I blame the Yanks. No offence intended, guys. Robert's Retro Gaming. One question: which season are we on of the Friday Waffle Show? Also, congratulations on the Yellow Belt promotion. Thank you, Robert. Well, I've mentioned, I think my very first waffle was, I think it was the tail end of 2013. So here we are, we're coming up to 11 years. No, not 11 years, 9 years. 9 years, yeah. So, yeah, next year it's going to be 10 years. So I've been doing Friday Waffles for 9 years. I've not missed many. I'd actually be interested to know. I'm sure Brian probably knows. I'd be interested to know how many Friday Waffles I haven't actually done. There's very few. I reckon it's lucky if I've missed 3 or 4 in, you know, 9 years. So that's a lot of waffles, and that's why I do struggle when it comes to making these, because I've been recounting the same stories over and over and over again, and that's why I always ask for questions or stuff to talk about. So what season are we on? Well, I don't know. If you want to take it as a year, then I would say we're in season 9. So there you go. There's 52 episodes per season, and we're on season 9. That's even more than Games of Thrones. So yeah. Thanks, Robert. Right, Colin Jones. I remember the same thing with subscribers when you were around 2000. Yeah, I was kind of having a wee moan. Oh, bloody back sore. I was having a moan about the subscriber numbers is just kind of stuck. Don't know what's going on. It's no moving at all. It'll go up by a couple and then it'll fall by a couple. Don't know. Doesn't really matter. Good work in the Yellow Belt. Thank you, Colin. I love the Sid shows with you three. Yeah, I did mention it. I'm going to be appearing on Panther's channel in a couple of weeks' time. Going to be back with Lacosa and Panther, so looking forward to that. It's been ages. I mean, I've not made a video with Lacosa for, I don't know, it must be maybe about 10 months, something like that, maybe more actually. So it should be good fun. It should be good fun. To me, if it's a UK programme, it's a series. If it's a US programme, it's a season. I separate them in my twisted mind. Me too, Colin. Okay, waffle question. Some people say your school days were the best days of your life. Would you agree with this, or did you hate school as much as I did? I must be quite unique because I actually really loved my school. I didn't really enjoy primary school. Now, I can't say I enjoyed primary school because I was quite slow when it came to like doing work. I was always slower than everybody else, and I did struggle a wee bit when it came to writing and time and all that kind of stuff. So I never really settled in at primary school. But high school to me was great. I loved high school. I made the friends that I had in primary school, when I moved to high school, they were still my friends, but I made new friends, and yeah, there was just something wonderful about, you know, you were discovering girls, you were out on your bike, computers came along after I left school, or just before I left school actually. But yeah, it was just a real happy time for me at high school. There was no responsibilities. I didn't have my own house. My mum and dad were still here. Like I said, I was chasing after girls. That was exciting. computers were just coming out. That was mega exciting. So no, the 80s for me was a really good decade. It's probably one of the happiest decades of my life, if not the happiest, I think. Just a great time. It's when, you know, I just had no responsibilities, nothing to worry about, just having fun, playing computer games, going out with your pals, yeah, asking girls out and what have you. Fantastic time. So yeah, I'll absolutely, I don't know what's going on with this stupid phone. Why is it doing that? Right, I don't know what's going on with this. This phone is just playing up, big style. You bugger off. Right, I'll try again. Let's try it. See if we can get back in again. Right, okay. Oh, you be quiet, Al. Right. Okay, right, Milfy Swinbuckle. Now, I'll be honest, Milfy, last week Milfy asked me a question and I couldn't understand it. And I've read his explanation and I'm still struggling. I'm going to read it out and see if I can make head or tail of it. Hello again, Main Meister. I'll try and explain the Groundhog Day question. Now, I completely understand Groundhog Day. It's the same day over and over and over again. You get to pick one day from next week and relive that day over and over again. Now, what do you mean next week? So have I got to get to the end of the week and then pick a day? I don't understand it. You get to pick one day from next week and relive that day over and over again 100 times in total, but you can only retain memories from that same day you have relived 100 times, and you can't benefit from the day financially, blah 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 blah. Thus, you're time travelling back to the beginning of the same day you picked 100 times. So say you pick a Tuesday, after reliving that same Tuesday 100 times, then things will go back to normal on the Wednesday. If you've seen the Bill Murray film Groundhog Day or read or been told something about the plot, the question might make a bit more sense. Failing that, watch Dell's vlog on Sunday as I've asked him the same question. I'm guessing he's seen the film and the question might make a bit more sense to him. Right, the bit I don't understand, the Groundhog Day, you get to relive it. But have I got to get to the end of the week and then pick what day? Because really, until I've experienced next week, I don't know what day it's going to be. I'm maybe just being stupid, Milfy. I don't quite get it. What I'm going to do is try and think of a day that I could have 100 times. It would probably be, I'm trying to think of the specific day. Yeah, it would probably be, I don't know, it would be 1985, January 1985. I was working part-time and I got my first girlfriend. I'm not going to embarrass her, I don't think she watches it. She is on my Facebook, but yeah, I got my first girlfriend, and as a 17-year-old, that was a massive kind of growing up, you know, getting a girlfriend, wow. And I remember going to see Gremlins. We went to the pictures to see Gremlins. Coupled with that, 1985, I mean, there was, well, Zap magazine wasn't out at that point. I think Zap came out in May 85, I'm sure. But I had my Commodore 64, I had a girlfriend, my mum and dad were still alive. Yeah, it was just an awesome time. I was oblivious to anything that was going on in the news. You know, when you're 16, 17 years old, you don't think about the news. I mean, the funny thing is, the 80s, there was some real horrible things happened. I mean, Lockerbie, I remember that happening, and I didn't really pay much attention to it at the time. And Chernobyl, that's another thing. Was that 86? Can't remember. And again, I never really paid much attention to it because I was too busy wrapped up in my own wee kind of world of just going out with my pals and seeing my girlfriend and playing computer games and going to the computer club. It was like a fantastic time. So yeah, I'm going to go for that night. I can't remember the exact date. It was in January 1985. Going out with my first girlfriend, going to see Gremlins, holding her hand. Wonderful. But like I said, my parents were still alive, and it was great. Everything was really, really nice. So listen, Milfy, apologies if that's not what you were looking for, but hopefully that's kind of answered it. Now this, I don't know what is going on with this. This stupid YouTube thing is just playing up big style. I don't know if I've got any other questions. I don't think I do actually. Why am I doing that? Friday Waffle. Let's have a quick wee look. Right, that was it, and mad moments go. Sid Show, cool, look forward to Panthers video. Yeah, good stuff. And Skywalker Ranch, hello mate, I hope you're well. I'm absolutely fantastic, thank you. Just one last thing, I did kind of mention it quite a while ago. The new town that I was born and bred in, Livingston, is it celebrated its 60th anniversary, and I was being one of the first children to be born in Newtown. I was approached and asked if I'd like to take part in a film. So the film, it was actually shown, it was premiered about a month ago, and it was during the day, which doesn't help anyone that's working. So I missed it. So me and my sister, we were actually in it, and it's basically us talking about the early days of Livingston. So yeah, I got sent a link of the film. I'm not allowed to share it at the moment because they're going to be showing it again, and then I think they're going to be putting out wee snippets of each person kind of talking. But yeah, the film lasts about just over an hour, or just under an hour I should say, and I'm on it for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. But great to be involved in it. So once I can share it with you, I'll send you the link. So anyway, listen guys, I'm going to get going now. I will probably be along on Sunday. Yeah, I think I will be. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow night with Lawn Boys Post 1975. My good mate Dave, always loved making videos with Dave. He's a cracking lad. Yeah, I'll be along on Sunday. I'll be back along, no doubt, next week for another Watch with Main Meister. So anyway guys, listen, I hope you all have an excellent weekend. Stay safe, have a great time, and as always guys, thank you very much for watching.